Hello. Today I'm going to be doing another print, and today's print is on Japanese street. And why I'm doing this is because I have this drawn out for quite some time, and I thought maybe I should just do it. And I was also looking at architecture in general, and I've been doing a bit of architecture styles. And today I just wanted to lean into something that comforts me, because this is something that really inspires me. It really makes me feel a lot happier and a lot more joyful when I do carves and when I print it out. So that's why I'm going to be doing this. And there's just some challenging aspects, because you can see these little tiny squares here. There are some small parts that I need to carve out, and the lines are really intricate. So I'm just going to take my time and do this one. So today's print is all about Japanese architecture, and the reason why I wanted to do architecture is because I want to lean into something that I really enjoy for the past few weeks, and today is the same theme as well. And for the past week or two, I have been also rediscovering and leaning into what I really like, and that is urban sketching. I feel like urban sketching really allows us to look at our surroundings a bit deeper. It also wants us to capture the beauty of the world, of our environment. And when we lean into something that we like, I realize that it kindles our joy in learning and makes us curious about the whole entire world, and makes us want to do things that we originally already like. So that's why I feel like going back into basics, like what we enjoy, always helps to inspire us to make bigger and better things. And that's why I wanted to do architecture all over again. Because somewhat, I feel like the theme today probably is going to inspire me in the prints that I'm going to make in the next few weeks. But today, I'm just going to focus on this one, and probably we're going to start carving out this one. I just inked this one, and like what I was saying just now, as we are leaning into what we like, I'm also leaning into what I dislike, but just try it out and just see how things goes, especially since that there are places that's going to be inked incorrectly because they are not supposed to be inked. But let's say because it's going to be a facade in the actual print, I thought why not just try it out and see how it goes, because in a typical wall there is probably some shadows, there are some places that are going to be imperfect, and I thought why not just leave it because it's going to be natural. So as much as leaning into what we dislike, sometimes what we are given is also something not within our choices, not what we actually like, but just embracing certain journeys or embracing certain milestones that we don't mind going through maybe would bring us to a route that we are probably surprised of, and that's probably a very good surprise, that a very good outcome that we will have in the end. So I'm going to try this. Don't know whether it is a good outcome, but we'll see. I just finished this piece of art, and okay, there are some parts that I really like the lines of the traffic lines and the zebra crossing, but there are some parts that I really don't like, especially on those areas that are supposed to be not inked and they're inked, and this looks horrific, like it looks straight out from a horror movie. Even though I lit it and tried and it doesn't work out, but that's okay. I think art is a process that we discover what works and what doesn't work. And I was looking through my whole sketchbook, and there are some parts that it works, some parts that it really doesn't work, and that's okay because we are just here to try out. But I think what surprises me are things that I thought maybe it really isn't my style, like drawing people. And didn't I realize that day when I was just trying out, I was trying to warm up this piece of art, like really abstract art, really just was born out of nowhere, and I enjoyed myself so much, and it really looks really, really pretty. I think as much as we have certain areas that we lean into, like for example this art, and there are certain parts that we don't want to explore because we think that we're not good enough, sometimes we just gotta give it a try to see where our journey brings us to. So like many of these pieces of art, it's always something that is good for me to keep and for me to take a look and for me to see what I can improve in the future.